And we're still on day 3 of the FISE World Series here in the south of France, in the beautiful city of Montpellier. Welcome to another live stream. Today we will be taking a look at the World Skate Roller Freestyle Park World Cup in the Park World Cup Men's Finale. So we just introduced all the riders, and there's a lot of talent here, both young and old, from all over the world. We're going from Spain to Japan to France, South Korea, Holland, Brazilians.
Yeah, Brazilians have made a strong impression at FISE this year. Also, Winter Clash, which is one of the biggest core events we have in Eindhoven earlier in the year. Anna Julia, who just won here at FISE yesterday in the women's final, won the Winter Clash amateur contest, and Danilo placed third in the actual pro competition at Winter Clash. So we're really, and as you can see,
2.50 for that first run.
Strong first impression. Always a second run to improve on that first score. So everything is still very much open.
The youngest rider today, Haruhi Shimizu, 13 years young.
And there's no accident here. He's not here because it's not a prize given. He's earned his place on this course. He's one of the best riders we've seen yesterday and the day before. 900 to start the run. Keep holding the fakie, so still going backwards. Fakie 360 up and charging up. Ooh, big IO 540 going back down with another 5 abstract. Look at the flow. That's what I meant earlier. I think that's really what's going to make the difference between the top riders. He doesn't stop.
And he's doing that fakie.
Absolutely. He's learned from some of the best, like the actual best vert rider in the history of our sport, and he's learned those flips and those spins, and he's able to maintain his consistency through the whole run. Look at it. He's still hitting the A-frame, going back up. That's it. That's time. But how many tricks? This backflip purely for the crowd. Montpellier is loving it. Haruhi is loving it. Such a pleasure to watch.
I mean, Haruhi, he ate and he left no crumbs for the competition so far.
He's been taught by the best, and he's taken a page from the notebook. Look at this. Such a strong way to start the run. Perfect 9. Keeping it fakie, keeping it Stockwell. As my friend Matt Meeky would say, big fakie 720 here, and he still goes and charges all throughout those 50 seconds. Such a good use of the park as well. He's had a very strong line here. All right.
Back to our youngest kid on the block. But he's got the tricks of a true man, a true athlete.
Absolutely. Doesn't look intimidated in the slightest. He's rising up to the occasion. Here's his chance to shine. He's really seized it. Oh no, we lost him halfway through. Haruhi just fell on this 900. And that's one of those tricks that he has on lock, but something went wrong on this one.
We'll have to see in the replays what happened with Haruhi.
Still going in, but for sure his first score will not be beat. So all of he's doing now is he's doing it all for you. FISE, he's doing it for you, dear viewers. So enjoy the 13 years old prodigy, Haruhi Shimizu. .540 backside UFO. Even after the buzzer, this skate won't stop, and you can expect to see a lot more of him in the next years. He's here for a long time, and he's gonna shine bright like his mentors, the Yasutoko brothers.
So you mentioned his mentor, and his mentor is riding in this contest too?
He is, absolutely. You will see him in the second heat. Takeshi. Wow.
This is where he slipped up on that 900.
He overextended mid-air and then went a little sideways on the landing with this 540 abstract. So pretty. Such control.
Final
we've seen a lot of great riding, but the real question now is, with those guys on the course, some of the very best park skaters in the history of our sport, will Romain Godiner be able to hang onto the first place he's got so far? He scored an 88.12 score, which is very high, but with some of those, I think you can very much expect to see them crack the 90 points mark.
Wow, that's like near perfect.
I think we're going to see a lot of very perfect runs now. These guys on top, and most of them have been on top for some time now. There's a reason for it. Takeshi was competing in the X Games, I think at the tender age of 9. That's when he started his pro career. Yes, competing with the big boys. So it only makes sense that you would see Haruhi now competing with the big boys along with his mentor and chaperone. Super clean riding always from Takeshi. And now charging back down, super precise, catching all the speed from that transition and going for the big sideways transfer here. Incredible rider. Backslide, freestyle on the way down from the A-frame, 540 transfer, still going, super precise riding. I think that's the most impressive to me, is the flow and the amplitude that he manages to keep on through this whole run. Alley-oop topside porn star, the big extension, super technical out. And the flat spin 5 again. Big 900, full inverted, sticks it, keeps the landing, finishing off with the backflip on the buzzer. What a run, ladies and gentlemen. Takeshiyasutoko.
He makes it look like a walk in the park. I mean, I was impressed by the grinds I've been seeing, but he does these grinds like with his feet crossed.
Yes, absolutely. The name is a bit weird, so I'm not always comfortable saying it on air. We have these weird rollerblading names, but yeah, that's one of it's also one of my signature tricks. So.
And what is the trick called?
It's called an alley-oop topside pop star.
Pop star, okay, pop star.
That's for all the trick police out there on the internet. Don't hate me. Hate the game, not the player. Incredible. Flips all over the course, catching every amount of transition so he can continue his run with the maximum amount of speed. I think as we said in the introduction, that's going to be the key, I think, to maintain the perfect amount of speed through your whole run, so you can hit all these tricks without getting any struggle. Like, I think that the flow is like skiing, it's like BMX, it's like all these sports. The flow is what keeps you going through and able to land those tricks in the best possible conditions. 90.5 for Takeshi. That's a high score.
He's broken the 90-point wall. Well, still has some gas in the tank, so if he brings that samba to the course, he might still make a shot at that podium.
Let's see a little dancing on the course. I'm all for it. And let's see a little flying too. That's his signature boot, the Aeon 68mm skate from USD. It's actually my pro skate, but I gave it to him out of just, hard to see. Wow.
Look at the height he got on that 360 coming.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not about the biggest spin, it's just how fluid it is and how you're able to actually slow it down in the air. Wow. See, that's another backslide, grinding on the side of his boot, on one foot. Alley-oop, 9-5, 2 front flip, just connecting everything so perfect. Alley-oop, topside, pop star, there on the big quarter pipe. And
what?
Perfect one for the crowd. He's an entertainer, he's a competitor. He can do it all.
Is that within the World Skate rulebook, taking your helmet off while doing a trick?
I guess we would have to check with the World Skate Federation, but in my heart, that definitely scores a lot of points.
I mean, that's the originality that we're talking about in the judging criteria, right?
I guess it counts. At least, sometimes the biggest reward is a big smile on someone's face, and Takeshi is smiling so much and giving so much for the people here in Montpellier, for the crowd, for you watching at home. He's just trying to have fun, and in the end, that's what it all comes down to quote another bearded vlogger on the internet, shout out Ricardo. That's what we all started for, right? Because it's fun. So Takeshi, with all these years of experience and all the skills and all the crazy gold medals under his belt.
This is where he unbuckled his helmet.
And there he went.
Is there even a name for this trick?
I was trying to come up with one, but it just looks like a rodeo. He's riding the beast. 90.5. I think we'll stay with that first score. But right now he's sitting in the top 3. You know, we can like he could fly to the Les if he wanted to. And when I said a few people would probably crack this 90-point score, you see it here, such high scores. Those 3 guys there on the podium have performed absolutely incredible today.
Now, this is the FISE World Series in Montpellier, but in October, you can find us in China, in Shanghai.
5 long years have passed since FISE World Series last graced the international stage. In 2024, we're in Shanghai.